Hey guys, so this is my Growns. I really like it. This is the top to it. You can tell I've already been using it. You have to fill it with water to this line, if you can see it, that little line right there. And that's the basket that comes with it. This is how you turn it on. And for instance, I always love using the fast warming option just because my baby is always so hungry, and it just helps with getting it warmed up faster for him. So that's my favorite one to use, but the time is actually going to count up. So it'll count up to 1 minute, 2 minute, 3 minute, but it automatically stops at 15 minutes. Now let's say that you didn't want to use 60 through 120 mLs and you wanted to use a different one. You can just press that button. Oops, excuse me. You actually press these to operate which one you want to use, but I normally go for that one. And I mean, you have the normal warming option. You have the food heating option. And of course, if you're going to heat up food, then, you know, you could take it, you don't put the water in it if you're going to use that option. Not unless it's like in a sealed container and I guess it's frozen, but, you know, that's what's going on here. But so far, I really am turned off. So far, I really, really like this thing. It's really convenient and it's compact, and I can definitely fit 2 bottles in here at one time. And I have all different shapes of bottles. I have the Dr. Brown's bottles. I have the Avent bottles. I have the Nuke bottles, and I have the Tommy Tippy bottles. And I mean, those bottles are all different sizes and shapes, and I can still fit 2 in if need be. Normally, as of right now, my baby is a newborn, so I'm only using 1 bottle at a time, but when it gets a bit older and if its appetite gets to be like, hey, I want 2 bottles, and I'll probably be using the 2 bottle option, but you can definitely fit 2 bottles in here. And when it comes to warming up food, I don't know if I'm necessarily going to use this to warm up food, but I mean, if I do, you know, it's a great option to have, but more than likely I'm probably just going to like take it to the microwave or on the stove or something. I don't really foresee myself warming up food in here, probably just because I don't want to clean up a big mess. Even though you don't necessarily, it doesn't necessarily have to be a big mess. And this is another cool thing. It opens up right there for like the steam purposes, but it also has like the little openings if you don't want to open up the big one. And the water gets warm super, super fast. I will say that it gets warm really, really fast. But yeah, I think it's a great option, a great buy, and I don't have anything bad to say.
Well, I have to say this is my favorite bottle warmer so far. Not only is it super easy to use, it heats the milk up to the right temperature. So this is my 3rd warmer I went through. I had the Tommy Tippy. Here, I might as well show you while I'm doing this. So all you gotta do is fill the water up to the max amount, put the bottle in. I like to use the constant warming function. Boop. That's in Celsius. I've just had to get used to that. It doesn't have an option for Fahrenheit. But I've just found that 41 Celsius, I can actually leave it indefinitely. I mean, I don't. Obviously, it's breast milk, so you can't. But I could put it in even up to an hour before I know he's going to eat, when he starts to get fussy at night. And it will just steadily warm. And that way, if I fall back asleep, if I forget, if you know he's not wanting it right away, it's just staying warm. Otherwise, if you need it right away, you can do milk warming, and see, it will remember your last setting. So I have less than 100. Again, it's in milliliters, you know, not ounces, but most of your bottles have milliliters on it anyways. So 120, I think that was about 4 ounces. So it's under 4 ounces. You don't touch anything, it'll just start on its own. But if I need it right away, I can use that function. The only thing is, so this will go for about, well, it'll depend. It beeps when it's done. But like 5 minutes if it's in the refrigerator. You have to get it out right away. If you leave it in, it will get too hot, and you know, you basically ruin the nutrients in breast milk, or you're just having to wait and cool it down, set it in some cool water. But that's why I like to use that continuous warm, constant warm function, because that way, like, he's getting fussy now, but he's not exactly ready to eat just yet. So that can just sit there. I'm gonna go do some other stuff, you know, and I mean, this is not a very large amount of milk, so this will be done within 5 to 10 minutes, and it's not going to overheat, which is awesome. And I just have that flexibility. I can grab it when I want to. So this is my favorite. Like I said, I tried the Tommy Tippy one. That did not warm it up enough. It was lukewarm or cold. And then I also tried the Munchkin one where you screw it in and you flip it over, and that one leaked. So sent those both back. This is my absolute favorite. I was nervous because I've never really heard of that brand. Grownsy, you know, it's not like it's Even Flow or Tommy Tippy or some like big name brand that I know of. But this has been my absolute favorite so far.
Today we are going to demo how to use this great bottle warmer. It's really simple and touchscreen. So the first thing you're going to do is just touch the power button to turn on the warmer. And then you can select at the bottom what settings you would like. You have the fast warming, the normal warming, the food heating, and the sterilizing button. So first I'm going to show you how to just do the fast warming. Hit the power button and fast warming. Once you see the 00s pop up, insert your bottle. And then the second number here is going to show you the counter. That is when you know the bottle is ready. So if you want to warm this up for about 3 minutes, it'll be 03. The next thing, you can do normal warming. So just type normal warming. And normal warming will keep the bottle warm for you. So if you're in between feeds or you're cleaning up your house and you know that the baby's going to be waking up soon, go ahead and put it on the normal warming, so when baby wakes up, it's ready and it won't be too hot to give directly to the baby. The next one is if you have some older toddlers or babies that are starting to feed, you can hit the food heating button. And this will warm up any of that homemade or those processed foods to get it ready for the room temperature to give it to the baby. And lastly, we have the sterilizing button, which may be one of the most important as a new mom. So again, you just hit the power button and hit sterilize. And you'll see it. It's going to pop up here any minute. And I usually just put all of my nipple tops or the pacifiers in there all together. And I usually let them sit for about 5 or 10 minutes. And I come back and everything is sterilized and ready to be put up. I really would recommend this product. It has been simple to use and a great investment.